One day, I'm gonna understand. Zaya.
We about to take y'all way back to love. Can you touch me? Can you help me to love?
All right. Thank you and good evening. Welcome to The Movement. We're a progressive and cutting-edge cable access show featuring emerging artists from all genres of music, the art world as a whole, as well as special topics. Tonight we have a very special guest and a special show for you. Before we get started, before I introduce our guest, we are facilitating our third annual Old School Classic Soul Experience back in the day, where Soul Train meets American Bandstand. And you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. Check out this promo.
Y'all ready to keep it going? Y'all ready? Yeah, let me hear you make some noise.
Nobody's here. What do we have? Cookies, rice and beans. They ate all the chicken wings. I left some.
So that was footage from last year's Old School Classic Soul Experience, and you are cordially invited to join us on May 26th at Manhattan Neighborhood Network Studios. It's 537 West 59th Street between 10th and 11th Avenues. And the show's gonna start at 3 p.m. We have free food, free music, live DJ, 3 live performances, one of which I'd like to highlight. Sharvani from Black Box is here. She'll be performing for us. Chanel will be my co-host. They're part of a trio entitled Housewife Divas Married to Their Music, which is going to be picked up on major networking. So we definitely want to see you at this event. Please RSVP us at themovement205@yahoo.com. That's themovement205@yahoo.com. This young man is proof positive that it doesn't matter where you're at or where you're going. He's from the Lower East Side. He's an author. Please put your hands together for my man, Paul Hubbard. Thank you so much for being with us. And I want to get right into your book. And the book is entitled The Ghetto Broker. And before we get into questioning, yeah, we can get a shot of this. Who did the graphics on your book?
A friend of mine named Carlos.
Carlos? Well, Carlos did a fabulous job on this book. And so we'll get right into your interview. Where are we? So tell us a little bit about yourself. We know that you were born and raised on the Lower East Side?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Right on FDR Drive in 10th Street.
All right.
11.
All right. And so how was your childhood? And
It was joyous. It was joyous when I was a kid, but as you got older, things changed.
Mm-hmm. Got caught up in the madness out there?
Yeah, it was a lot of madness on the Lower East Side back then.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got caught up in a little something.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember they used to call Avenue D Avenue Death.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was pretty bad at one point out there. So you started writing at the age of 13. By the way, I found your book very interesting. I'm not really into fiction, but this really caught my attention. There's some interesting characters and a interesting plot, and we'll get into that a little later. So you began writing at the age of 13. When did you know that this is what you wanted to do, or when did you know that you wanted to write a book?
At a young, like when I was about maybe 17.
17 years old?
17 years old, I really wanted to try to put something out there, but things changed in my life where I couldn't do it at the time.
Okay. And so I read some of your book. Tell us a little bit about the concept of the book before we get into the characters.
Basically, it's about a fella named Jeffrey Brown, and he went to college. He went to Brown University in Howard for real estate, and wound up coming back to the city and hooking up with some other entrepreneurs and not knowing what they were doing. And he got involved, and he got in over his head, which was already too late.
Okay.
And the object of the story is that these guys started buying buildings from the city and renting them out to the drug lords.
Wow.
And then it goes further from there.
You don't want to give away the
Oh no, I don't want to give. No, I don't want to give away what's going on. No, but I definitely want. It's definitely a head turner.
Okay.
It's definitely a head turner, page turner. You'll definitely be on the edge of your seat, you know. And I've heard good reviews from it already.
All right. Yeah, you got one for me from what I read, man. This is an excellent book. How did you begin to develop your characters? Or moreover, let me ask you this question. Let me change that. How did you come up with the concept? And what I'm getting at is one of the things that the first question came to my mind as I started going through the book is how much of this is fiction? I'm very curious to know how much of this is real.
The whole thing is fiction.
Okay.
But
The entire-
there's possibilities
Okay.
of reality.
So would it be safe to say that there's a history that kind of edged you into creating characters?
Yes.
It would be safe to say that.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Without bringing up personal stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's very good to know. And how did you go about developing each character?
There was some people in the jury room that I used as examples.
Wait a minute. You were actually a jury duty when you created?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Well, how exactly did you come up with the characters? How did that develop?
Actually, as I was writing it, every time we got a break, I would figure out another way to develop the character as far as, like, I'd look at the judge's personality, somebody else's personality, criminal's personality that came in there, and I'd put it together like that.
Wow. Wow. So, and how long ago was this? How long?
Wow. We talking, 2001?
Okay.
Yeah, 2001.
Okay. And did it take you that long to write the book, or when did you start writing the book?
2001.
2001. And you finished it in?
About 9 months and a week.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm kidding.
And what was the process after that, after you finished writing?
I had to go through so many editors, and I went through like over 26, 27 editors.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people want to try to change your story. And plus, I have a way of going about it where it doesn't cost you a lot of money,
Okay.
you know, and you save yourself over $1,200, you know, and that way the company doesn't, you know, when you go to publish a book, they don't try to rob you for your editing, because editing costs a lot of money. And that's where you cut your costs.
Okay. So you mentioned, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to, because this is a teachable moment. How did you go about saving money, if you don't mind?
Oh, actually, I went to a site. I have a site, which I won't mention
Yeah,
because
okay,
I have a program now to show you how to put your book out.
Oh, actually, your own program?
Yeah, I got a program.
Okay, we'll
that you
talk
can,
about that.
You know, get to. And what you do is you go through that program for the editing. You separate your editing from your publishing, and that's where you cut a lot of your costs because editing is big. and it takes a while sometimes, depending on the editor you're dealing with.
No,
And
I'm good. Okay.
it depends on the editor you're dealing with, and if they're trying to change your story, that's not somebody you want to deal with.
I got you. I got you. So you're saying that the edit, but you still have to go to the company to edit your book,
No, to get it published.
to get it
Not
published,
edit.
not to.
No,
So how did you go about getting your?
Oh.
Did you edit it yourself, or
No, I had a professional editor
you had a professional editor?
from another company.
Oh, okay. Okay,
whole
so it's separate from the publishing
Publishing,
company.
yes,
Oh, I got you.
yes.
I got you. And well, I'm going to ask you because the elephant is in the room or in the stage, I should say. Not too many brothers from the hood are writing books. You know what I mean? And it's when I actually saw you on Facebook, and when you had mentioned, I think you had written something on Facebook that you had a book coming out, immediately caught my attention. And I was telling my wife, who co-produces the show with me, we've got to have this guy on because this is really, especially, you know, knowing what I know about, you know, the Lower East Side, not too many brothers coming out of the projects doing, and I'm sure there's some success stories, but for me, when we say in the beginning and the opening of the show that we feature emerging artists and we do special topics, this is one of my primary focuses, is to take those stories that you wouldn't usually see and highlight brothers like you. So I want to say thank you and commend you for, you know, your hard work in putting this book together. But were there any other challenges that you had to deal with completing this book?
Yes, I had a real big challenge. My son had been sick,
Tell us about
and
yourself.
he needed a kidney.
Oh, wow.
And I got involved with actually, the doctors called me to get involved with a program called an altruistic donor. And that's where you give your kidney. If your kidney doesn't match your son's, you give the kidney anyway, and someone gives your son a kidney that matches his.
So you actually gave someone a kidney?
Yes.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes. Just so he can get one.
Now, you know that's a story in itself.
Yes, that's going to be my third book,
Oh, my goodness.
which is a great story.
Wow. So how's he doing?
He's doing great. Matter of fact, he's here with me today.
Oh, well, you know what? We're going to have him come on the other side of the break, man, because
Okay.
I had the pleasure of meeting Evan. And he's quite, you know, that is definitely your son. I tell you before, that if we ever do anything, call it mini-me, we're going to have you and him come on, because he's a
problem.
spitting image of you. God bless him. We talked about this before. Who inspired you growing up? Who'd you look up to? And it could be, you know, family, friends. It could be musical, an author. Who?
Actually, there were two people that actually inspired me, and that was my it was my father. My father inspired me, and then there was a fella by the name of Walter. We called him Cha Cha,
Okay.
and he was. I have to say it, you know, no disrespect to my brothers, but he was like the brother I never had, and he showed me some things that I needed to know, so he could put me on the right path, and he did.
God bless him. God
I'm just
bless
sorry he's not here to see this book that he told me would come out and he wouldn't be here.
him. So he had told you that before you'd written the book.
Yeah.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And you know, I want to back up a little bit. Your parents,
Yes.
are they with us or?
No.
Okay.
No more.
Okay.
No more.
And when did you
I
lose them?
lost my mom like 5 years ago. Lost my dad. I think it's now been 11.
Wow.
11 years.
Wow. And to what, if you don't mind me asking?
My pop died of medical reasons. He had stomach ailments, a couple of things going on. And my mom, she had Alzheimer's, as well as other ailments she had, you know. And like it was from medical things, and she died in her sleep.
Oh, wow. God bless her. I lost my mother 2001 to terminal liver cancer. And, you know, it was the first time that, well, I guess everybody can say that, but I really realized when you lose a parent, it's almost like you lose a body part,
Yes.
never to return.
Yes.
You always know when you look down, your arm is gone. and it's a part of life, and it's very difficult to deal with, but we have to. Everybody lives, and you must go. You must leave this earth. So, was there any inspiration from them as well? Growing up?
Actually, after that, most of my inspiration came from my son, because he showed me patience that I didn't have before him, and he showed me how to just take your time, and just be aware of everything around you.
Get it done.
Because
Right.
with him and his medical things that were going on, I had to be aware of everything.
Listen, before we go to a break, tell us a little bit about your plans for the future. I think you had mentioned to me about a book signing, right?
Yes.
You have a book signing coming up?
Yes,
What's
I have
going
a
on with
book
that?
signing. I'm trying to have the book signed the second week of June, second Saturday.
Okay.
And I'll let everybody know, because I don't have a date right now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get everybody to be there. It's a great story. You have to get out to really read it, and you got to go online. And if you know me and you're from the Lower East Side, I have books, and if you really know me, you have my number.
No
Or
doubt.
you can just hit me on Facebook, and I'll give you the book. I'll sell you the book, however you want to do it.
Check out my man Paul. You guys support him. Okay, so we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to finish my interview with Paul Hubbard, a.k.a. Joe Dunn. All right?
You've got a cute way of talking. You got the better of me.
Okay, we are back and continuing my interview with Paul Hubbard, a.k.a. Joe Dunn, author of The Ghetto Broker. You got to check this book out. Before we get back into your book, though, Paul brought his son with us. So tell us your name, young man, and how old are you?
I'm Hubbard, and I'm 9 years old.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A doctor.
A what?
A doctor.
A who?
A doctor.
Wow. Why do you want to be a doctor?
I want to save kids' lives.
You know what? You're going to make me cry. I told you before we started, you can't make me cry, right? You got to make you bringing tears to my eyes. So why do you want to help kids' lives?
I want to, help them with their kidneys.
And is there a reason why you want to help them with their kidneys?
I want them to survive. I want to help them.
Do you know you're a sweet young man? Did your daddy help you with your kidneys?
Of course he did.
He did, because that's what dads do, right? They're supposed to do that, right?
Yup.
Wow. So we're so happy for you. And when you do you need a manager or a business manager, somebody to handle you? Because I have a feeling you're going to be rich and famous. So I'm going to work something out with your dad where I can co-manage you, okay? What do you think about that?
I think it's pretty cool.
So do I. I was just thinking that, man. I could see you just like hanging out with Oprah and all the rich and famous doctors and stuff like that. I want a piece of that, okay?
Okay, then.
And if I get sick in the hospital, will you come help me out?
Of course I will.
I like the way you do business. Do you know that? So let me ask you, did you read your dad's book?
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
I think it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. What was your favorite part of the book?
I think my favorite part.
Well, I tell you what I like. You know what I like on this book? I like the graphics on this book. How about you?
Yeah, my favorite part is the graphics.
Really? And can you draw? Can you draw like this?
No.
That's not me neither. I can't even draw a straight line. Well, you're a beautiful young man. You know what we're going to do, Evan? We're going to have you come on with your dad again. How'd you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to come and do a whole segment on you and your dad, okay?
Okay.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Evan. And let me ask you, is there somebody at home you want to say hello to?
Hi, Mom. Hi,
So cute. This kid's gonna make me cry right here on stage. He is adorable, Paul. I know you must be very proud of him.
That's my inspiration.
Wow, wow.
Yair is going to cry now.
Well, you tell him old school gonna be crying with him, okay?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna have a crying meeting. Just all of us just crying, okay?
Okay.
He said okay. So getting back to your book, I want to know. Well, first of all, do you have any advice for young writers who are interested in writing books?
Yes, you have to have patience. You have to have the right guidance, and don't give up so easily, because a lot of people give up so easily. I mean, there was a time that I wanted to give up, but I had somebody behind me pushing me. So I think that's a big deal too when you have positive people in your corner.
Wow. And how's the interest for the book? I'll put it that way. How's the interest for the book? How's it doing so far?
Really good. Really good. I'm even surprised.
Wow. Wow.
I'm even surprised.
Well, and how are you promoting? Are you online? Or?
Actually, I'm promoting through the company I'm promoting through exlibrius.com. And I'm also selling the books myself.
Okay.
And I'm selling more ebooks than I've ever seen in my life.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that is fabulous. Now, is this just coming from family and friends, or are you?
This is from all walks of life.
People are just reading the
I
synopsis
have
and.
like friends that gave it to other friends, and I also have colleagues that bought the book and they gave it to my other colleagues, and it's like everybody's talking about my book, where I work, where I live, so it's a big deal.
Wow. Well, you got to know, Paul, that we're very proud of you, bro. And like I said to you before, anything we can do to help get you.
Not to be on this show.
And we're really glad to have you. Can I get a handshake? My man. God
Tell
bless
them to
you.
get Daddy's book.
Yeah, say.
You should get my dad's book.
I got Dad's book. You should tell the audience to buy Dad's book.
You need to get dad's book because it's pretty cool and awesome.
This kid is something else, man. It's like a walking commercial here. Well, listen, thank you for spending your time with us. That's our show. If you want to check out some more of Joe Dunn, you can go to exlibrius.com to check out his book. And we want to thank you again for coming. We thank you for spending your time with us this evening. And always remember, never forget, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. You want something new for your life? Do something new for your life. You know I'm old school, and you've just been hit by the movement. And don't forget about the Old School Classic Soul Experience back in the day, May 26, 3 p.m., right here, live to tape at M&N Studios. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're gonna try to do this for you one more time.
Oh no, we gotta have you back, bro. This is the story that's got to be told.